It's been a while since I've been on the mat. Well, intentionally. But I did promise myself and my therapist that I would show up for at least 5 minutes a few days out of the week for my practice. The truth is, I've been afraid to get back out there. I'm not able to flow like I used to, and I'm not able to flow like I like to. So I just decided to wait. And it's like, what am I waiting for? What is it that I'm waiting on? So right after, in 2020, right during the time that I was getting my yoga teacher training, I had some health issues. And so although I completed my training, I wasn't able to continue to teach. I wasn't able to do a lot of the things that I was doing. And so I kind of put it on the back burner. I wanted to do it, and then the days that I could, it just kind of wore me out, and it wasn't making me feel like it normally does. So I retreated, and I allowed my body the time for proper healing. And so I've been feeling better lately, and I've always yearned to be back on the mat. Now, yoga is a practice that you can practice off and on the mat. So what I'm saying is I wasn't able to practice the asanas, the postures, but there are other parts of yoga that I was able to implement, such as meditation and some other things. But I love being on the mat because, one, I get to move my body. I get to be physical. I'm a very physical person. For two, I allow, or the purpose, or not the purpose, but you'll notice when you practice yoga consistently that your energy shifts. You're not just holding stagnant energy in one part of your body. You're allowing the energies to flow throughout. And so connecting with the mat, which connects with the ground, it allows me to pour that energy back into the ground, into the earth. It makes me feel lighter. It helps me to relieve stress and to manage stress. So that's one reason I love practicing. So right now, this is me sharing that I'm starting over. And I'm sharing that it's okay to start over. There's no shame in taking a step back to heal. There's no shame in rehabilitating ourselves, however that might look for you. It's okay. And I've had to tell myself this over and over and over until I believed it, until the light bulb went off and I'm like, Shalonda, it really is okay to start over. And not just with my practice, it's okay to start over in life. You're never too old for anything. You're never too young for anything. If you have goals, if you have dreams, if you have ambitions, if you have a to-do list, and you get derailed or sidetracked or distracted, it's okay to start that process over again without shame. There's no shame in starting over. And I think that keeps, let me speak for myself, that kept me stagnant for so long. I would walk by my yoga mats and just look and be like, oh, I want to get back on the mat, but I'm not going to be able to flow, so I might as well just don't get on there. Some days I would get on the yoga mats and I would just sit, wishing that I would flow. And it's like, what's stopping you? I'm stopping me. You are stopping you. So I'm just sharing that it's okay. That's all. I'm showing up just as I am. This morning I decided to just do it. And I'm glad that I did. I promised myself 5 minutes, and I'm so glad to say that it's been more than 5 minutes. I'm still going. This is my practice. It's my practice. I've had to really learn and understand that some progress, even if it's just a little bit, is still progress. And that's better than no progress at all. Let me repeat that. Some progress is still progress. And is better than no progress. Think about that for a moment. Taking baby steps is still taking steps. I also had to remind myself, when you haven't done something in a long time, you may be rusty at first, and that is okay. But as time continues to go and you continue to practice and you continue to be consistent, then things will realign for you. I'm telling myself all of this, giving myself a pep talk so that I can continue to show up for myself. I've noticed in the past that I'll show up for myself a couple of days and I'll be consistent and I'll be great. And then I'll fall off. And because I fall off, I would say, well, what's the point? What's the use? But my mindset shift has shown me it's okay. If you fall off today and you wake up tomorrow, you have another chance at getting back on track. And the day after that, you have a chance to get back on track. And the day after that, and the day after that. Just because you fell off one day, 2 days, that doesn't mean that you can't start over. You can. It's all up to you, really. It's all up to you. And so, me sharing myself with you was very intimidating at first, honestly. I have no idea how this is going to work, me sharing with other people. But I do know that someone else is out there who may be beating themselves up for setting a goal and maybe falling off track, and they're afraid. You are afraid to continue. You're afraid to start over. You may think it's too late, or what's the point? Or you may not even have faith in yourself that you can accomplish the things that you know you can. I'm just sharing my struggles with myself because I know I'm not the only one. I know I'm not the only one who has struggled with showing up for yourself and giving yourself the praise that you deserve for doing so, or giving yourself the gentleness that you need. We are our biggest fans, and we are also our biggest critics. So we got to learn to toot our own horn. We got to learn to call ourselves out too when we're in the wrong, but we need to be gentle with ourselves. It's okay. It is okay. I promise. You don't have to beat yourself up to make a change. Just make the change. Just show up. In whatever form that looks like for you, I challenge you to show up for yourself. In whatever way, capacity you need, just show up. And that's going to look different for each one of us, you know. Your showing up may not be on the mat. It may be in your job, with your children, with your spouse, with your parents, with friends. It may be in the food you eat. It may be in your habits that you're trying to break or create. I don't know what it looks like for you. But today, it was showing up on this mat for me. So again, I challenge you to show up for yourself. Step into the fear of whatever is holding you back. Step into the knowing that it's going to be okay, that it is already okay to show up for yourself, to do something for you that makes you feel good, that's going to allow you to accept you right where you are. I challenge you to show up in whatever way that may be. And you know what it is. You don't have to have anybody tell you what you need to do or how you need to do. You know. Just step into it. If you got to take baby steps, just take the steps. Just do it. And I promise it will be okay. You got to trust in yourself. You got to believe in yourself. So, until next time, take care and be well.